Hi everyone, welcome to Pivot to Tech. I go by Tunji Frames. This channel is dedicated to teaching people how to build tech projects with generative AI. Today, we're going to be discussing how we can validate an idea, and specifically, I'm validating a resume builder application. This is something I want to do for a very long time. So think of an application like Jobscan, where you can upload your resume and you can validate for keywords and just trying to match your resume with jobs out there. And so I've always wanted to build something similar, but before building this application, I wanted to do some research and gather pain points, see what people are talking about or saying about similar applications online, like on Reddit and other popular forums. So here are the things I'm going to be doing. So first of all, I'm going to be gathering user pain points from some of these sources. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to conduct some industry and competitive analysis. So essentially, I want to get some research from, say, consulting firms and other companies who have done some analysis into like the resume building industry or just careers in general, and trying to see what the trends are and where people are, what people are doing to improve the experience of resumes and resume building. And the third thing is I'm going to cross-reference the pain points that have been talked about on user forums and try to match that or cross-reference those pain points with the industry analysis. And the next thing, I'm going to review the MVP proposal that will be provided by NotebookLM. And just if I haven't mentioned that, yes, I will be using NotebookLM to do all of these steps. And afterwards, I will be discussing what I'll be doing afterwards after getting the MVP proposal. Right. So at the moment, I have NotebookLM opened, and as you can see, I have tagged some of these sources. These are all the sources that I have retrieved from the internet. There's a button right here on the left called the label to discover, and you can use this to gather all your sources together. By the way, there's a very good video on this. I will link it in the description below, and it goes through all the steps, and I pretty much follow the same steps and the prompts in gathering all my sources together to do my research. So the first label, let's talk about the competitors. Essentially, these are similar resume builders or sources that discuss resume builders. Just trying to understand the space and different companies doing similar things. Right here, the labels, the trends label. This is research done by different companies that have some good reputation, discussing how people are creating resumes, what tools they're using, the trends, and what just the standards. And I limited my search to everything younger than 18 months. So essentially, um, any resource that's older than 18 months is not going to be added here. So this is fairly recent research. And then I also have here users, and the user tag is the user tag is just for sources where I'm gathering user pain points. So from Reddit and other sites, I don't know all of them top of my head, but these are basically, like you can see, there's a Reddit tag over here, and so these are people who I believe are using resume builders, and I'm just gathering all these sources together as part of my research. And over here is the description of the proposed MVP from NotebookLM, essentially saying, look, after getting all of these sources together, this is what I'm proposing that you should build. So let's jump right in. And the first thing, let's talk about the user pain points that I gathered. So this is a summary of that research, and it discusses some of the issues that people experience with current resume builders. So software functionality and bugs. People reported issues with system not working, user interface issues, support experience, accuracy and effectiveness. So quite detailed, actually. I must say, I'm quite impressed with the feedback. Resume manipulation and imports. I will be honest, I haven't read everything in total, but I'm essentially trusting the AI to do its homework and give me the best insight as much as possible. There's also some insights here regarding pricing and value. So it is quite detailed research. And I think, in my spare time, I would look further and try and dig deeper into what's been talked about here. But I am also going to discuss some of the trends here. So, uh, according to the trends, it's a summary of the trends over here. Let me expand this actually. Is this right? Okay. So, in the first one, there's this mentioned here. There's a widespread adoption for AI in resume creation optimization. That should be a no-brainer, I believe. People expect to have more AI-driven experiences, and so it goes without saying. There's a point here about the heavy emphasis on ATS optimization. For those who don't know, ATS stands for, I believe that's the job. Let me get that. The tracking that tracks for keywords. Let me get that right. Meaning the applicant tracking system, exactly. This is software that manages the recruiting and hiring process, including job postings and applications. And I just know it more for like keywords. People talk about keywords in ATS. Desire for authenticity and personalization that means AI use. So there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Once again, I haven't done. Oh, by the way, there's something here around the exploration of multimedia and interactive elements. Very interesting. Just to stand out, some job seekers are exploring AI-generated video introductions and incorporating AI-enhanced portfolio links like QR codes, smart codes, or smart links. Very interesting. I have seen some trends where people have discussed or people have used video to sort of stand out in this very competitive marketplace. So I'm curious to see if this point here is mentioned in the MVP proposal. So another trend here, seeking fee or affordable solutions for traditional software functionality. This is great. This is actually quite detailed stuff here. So I just wanted to see if this multimedia part is discussed in the MVP proposal. So I'm going to jump right through to the proposal. And just to give you an idea, I got this proposal by, I believe I cross-referenced the pain points with my industry, with the trends analysis. So essentially, I asked the AI, could you propose an MVP using the user pain points and the trend summary. So let's see what they have here. As far as features, it says based on the pain points and user trends, a comprehensive app in this space should aim to incorporate features that prioritize reliability, transparency, user control, affordability, effective tailoring for both automated systems and human reviewers. Very, very interesting. Because I think many times most resume builders are focused on automated systems, but they tend to forget the human aspect. So I think that's a very, very good analysis. So here we have stuff about reliable and accurate resume reports and parsing, intuitive and stable resume editor. That's cool. Description. Awkward phrasing. Just very flexible. Okay. So far, I don't see anything regarding the multimedia aspect, but I do think that could be a very a key selling point. So I will look to see if I can add that personally. So, but again, not too bad. I mean, this research looks pretty decent. So altogether, NotebookLM is great for research. If you do want to see how I prompt NotebookLM, I'm happy to create another video. Looking looking deeper into how I do my research. But so far, I just wanted to discuss the MVP proposal and just to discuss how NotebookLM got this out for me. So in the next, what I want to do eventually is to go deeper into the MVP, asking more technical questions like, what tools would you recommend to build this MVP, where to deploy it, what are the features I can add to make it more interesting. And yeah, that should be cool. Thanks for watching.